What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today we're taking out the Japanese jet bomber, the R2Y2 V1. The R2Y2 has been in the game for quite a while. However, 1.47 came out just a week ago, and they promised some new flight model changes. The two specific changes that they mentioned in the patch notes was they strengthened the wings so that they take up to 10 Gs in load before they rip. They also rebalance the center of the mass of the aircraft, so it does fly a little bit different. I've flown the R2Y2 a couple of times now, and I definitely noticed the difference. In the old patch, you would make a boom and zoom attempt on an aircraft, and when you try to zoom away and you did any kind of roll, quite often it would snap the wings because it just couldn't handle the overload. It would just be too many Gs. After 1.47, I noticed that the roll is not as severe, so it doesn't create as much pressure on the wings. There's not as much overload on the wing, so it's not likely to snap. The only time I've snapped my wings so far is when I've done that at like 930 kilometers an hour or some incredible speed for this thing. Ordinarily, you're not going to be going 900 kilometers an hour in the R2Y2. But those moments where I have snapped my wings, I was going at excessive speeds, and the G load would be like 12 Gs, which is just incredible for any kind of aircraft. You really can't expect a jet to be able to keep its wings intact, going 900 and something kilometers an hour and doing 12 Gs. That's a lot of strain on the aircraft's airframe. Now, in this particular match, we are on Saipan facing the Americans and British in a combined forces. I expected a lot more bombers, B-29s, and B-17s, but I'm noticing a lot of jet fighters and a few F-7Fs. Tiger Cats are still rather high on the battle rating, so they're still versing jets. I'm trying to catch up to this G8N1 and trying to help him out with that meteor, but they're going pretty damn fast. The meteor looks like he's in trouble. My guess is that G8N1 put a couple of 20 mils into his aircraft. Since I can't get him, I'm gonna take a couple of shots at this Bearcat, light him on fire. He's got all kinds of problems right now. It looks like the few bombers that they did have managed to get to our carrier fleet. It's a little disconcerting because sometimes you only need a couple of bombers to wipe out the fleet. One B-29 or a couple of B-17s can do some incredible damage, especially if they're fully upgraded and have access to the full bomb load potential. We're only about 5 minutes into this match, and they've already gotten to the carriers. Last night I flew out the Yeti Otsu after getting a message on Twitter from a subscriber who said that he was wondering if I had flown out any of the Yeti 4s lately, because he was complaining there was a lot of compression with the aircraft now. I told him I hadn't flown out any of the Yeti 4s. I decided to fly the Otsu, and I was actually on this map in the Yeti 4 Otsu, and it took the enemy bombers literally 20 minutes to get to the enemy carriers. Somehow they managed to skirt around one of the islands. I'm not really sure which one, because I protected the one that you can see off to the right. So I'm wondering if they went off to the one that's to my left right now. I just went around the back side of that and went into the carriers that way. But it took them literally 20 minutes to get over there. Sometimes it's funny how quickly matches with bombers can be over, and sometimes it drags on forever. This P-8, he's running hard, he's turning. Damn 30s. This is where normally the wings would have ripped in the old patch. In 1.45, I would have ripped my wings right there, because in that roll back, the wings would have the roll would have been like a snap roll, and the wings would have just sheared right off. In 1.47, I'm not noticing that happening as much. Only if you go at extremely high speeds, like 900 kilometers an hour that I mentioned earlier in the video. There's a Tiger Cat and a P-80 down here. We do have a lot of friendly support, a lot of R2Y2s in this particular match. if you fly the R2Y2 right now, you're going to get a lot of Key 200s in your matches, because the Key 200s have been buffed. They have 6 minutes of fuel now instead of 2 or 3 like they used to, and then they have combat flaps. I've flown the Key 200 a couple of times since 1.47 came out, and it's definitely a different plane now that it's got 6 minutes of fuel and has combat flaps. With 6 minutes of fuel, you have a lot more opportunities to go after enemy planes. Right now, the one thing that's keeping the Key 200 from being a great plane, in my opinion, is the ammo count. You still only have 120 rounds of ammunition, which tend to go pretty quickly in that plane. Usually, you would have to return to base in order to get refueled. Now you have to go back to base just to get ammo. So it's completely changed the way you fly that plane now that it's got 6 minutes of fuel. This American and British team hasn't stood much of a chance of, I'm afraid. This has been one of those matches where the Key 200s and R2Y2s have worked really well with one another. They backed each other up. They've never strayed too far away from one another. With only a couple of guys left, I'm going to fast forward here to the rest of the action. There's a meteor up here. He just damaged the G8N1, and he's got a Bearcat up here with him. Unfortunately, they do have altitude, but there's a Key 200 up there that's going to bring them down just a little bit. There's a Bearcat just finally popped up. That meteor's running for his life. Key 200's right on him. The Key 200 is incredibly fast. It's almost too fast for its own good. There we go. Bearcat's falling. I'm going to have to give that guy a hand. That Key 200, even though he's awfully fast, the Bearcat is coming in on a dive, and a Bearcat in a dive is awfully fast. Oh, come on, bro. Hold on. Key 200 is in trouble. F8F is awfully fast, but he's also a very maneuverable aircraft, and a meteor is really maneuverable for a jet. I hesitated just for that split second, and when I should have fired, I'm pretty sure I would have destroyed him. Meteor comes in. He tries to come in just below me, but I take off his wing and then snipe his pilot for the third kill of the match. Bearcat's coming in towards me. I got a lot more speed than he does because he bled all of his speed in that turnaround. With the Key 200 in the area, he and I are just going to boom and zoom on this F8F and try to eliminate him. It won't be easy though, because the Bearcat's awfully maneuverable, and aiming a 30mm cannon is very difficult. You see, he turns inside me. Very nice job. If I kept going in that dive and overcommitted, I would have definitely crashed, and that went to bed on a very nice way to end the video. Key 200 sees that I took my turn. Now he's taking his shot. We're just taking turns going after this guy. He does a very risky thing and cuts right in front of me. And had I had very good ammo, I would have destroyed him, but I hit. Now, I didn't notice the guy talking in chat, saying reloading. I go vertical, trying to bait for the Key 200. I'm expecting the Key 200 to boom down, boom down and kill him. Little did I know that the Key 200 is out of ammo. So this is a total fail on my part. I didn't notice what my teammate was doing, because I just kind of zoned out. I started ignoring what was going on in chat because people were calling stuff out, leading for landing and all that kind of stuff, and it gets, after a while, you just kind of zone out and ignore it. I try to get away, but the Bearcat's just too damn close to me, and the R2Y2 just doesn't have a whole lot of acceleration. Even if I hadn't made this left-hand turn, I'm pretty sure the fire would have kept going, and I'd be a toasted little marshmallow anyway. So yeah, there was a lack of situational awareness on my part. You don't just have to know what your enemy's doing. You have to know what the situation is with your teammates. And here, I just completely failed to recognize what was going on with my teammates, so that was on me. That being said, I still managed to get 3 kills, which is pretty nice in this thing. Anyway, guys, I thank you all for watching. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.